Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Captain Jack back doing some fun for the whole world tech stuff. That's right, today we are going to attempt to rebuild our carburetor. I've taken it off because it's hard to move the camera around and take things off at the same time. So I took it off by myself. I'll tell you, it's real simple. 2 Phillips screws, 2 10mm bolts, another Phillips screw holding on the throttle cable, and 1 hose. Basically, you just pop it off. So here is our carburetor from our 1995 Mercury 5-horse 2-stroke, and here's our rebuild kit for said 2-stroke Mercury. Got a lot of little pieces and parts in here. I have not even opened this bag yet. I think that the majority of the rebuild actually going to be in this part right here, as this is the fuel pump, and that's where I believe the majority of our problem lies. I've had this off before, and that's how I came to the conclusion that I think that this is the part that is needed. I'm going to set some tools on top of that. If you guys can't hear it, it's blowing like stink out here. I'm hoping I don't have parts blow off into the bay. That would not be okay for me. I would be unhappy with that. So, I also wanted to point out, in case you didn't notice, my rebuild kit came with 0 instructions. So that means Captain Jack gets to do this one by playing it by ear. Now, and I did not watch any YouTube videos or anything for this. I probably should have, you know. I mean, that's kind of important. And if this video, all of a sudden, you guys never see it, you'll know why. So, here's where I think my problem lies. Right here. See, this diaphragm is split. And I think that's allowing air to bypass into there. So now, open this up. Oh, is there some instructions in here? No, there is not. Mariner Mercury 4 to 5 carb kit. That's what it says. Alright, we don't want this plastic blowing off into the bay either. Ooh. Oh, break out the handy dandy knife again, Jim. Cut towards myself, like is always safe to do. Just kidding, don't try this at home. I'm gonna start this video off with a couple of things here. One thing is, I'm not an expert. You guys all already probably had that part figured out. This is just, wow, lots of pieces and parts in here. Oh, fun. Okay. Maybe this originally was 2 pieces. Who knows, man? It looks like there's, yeah. Oh, these are so light. Wow. Okay, so that goes on the one that has the 2. Don't you blow around on me, people. We're gonna take that, put it right there. Holy, this diaphragm is some thin material. That goes just like that. flat side was out, so that's how I'm gonna trust that that was right. Oh wait, come on now. Let's not blow apart. No, hey now. No, you don't get to do that. Or did you do it? No, you didn't do it. Okay, good. You know, this might be the wrong day to do this project, but, you know, it's something that we absolutely have to get done. Okay, I'm going to set this... I'm going to set this on top here so this stops trying to blow around. Does that come off? Is that what this is? There we go. There's the other piece. We're not blowing around, people. Okay, is that on the outside here? Alright, one more thing I did bring out here with me is my reading glasses. Jeez whiz. Do we have to have 30-mile-an-hour winds? Really? It wasn't supposed to be this windy today. Oh well. Like I said, I just got to get it done, so. Okay. Here's that one. That is really stuck. I'm gonna have to get a scraper and clean that off of there. Okay, well, I'm gonna just maybe try something here. Let's toss a couple of screws through here to hold these in the proper place. So the wind doesn't take them away. Hope you guys are enjoying this, because I'm kind of not. My wife informed me I am not working with this gas and smelly crap inside the boat. So that's why I'm doing it out here in the cabin, where there's lots of fresh air. We don't need to get the gas fumes high. I'm not 13 anymore. I don't need that. I never really was big on sniffing gas. I had some friends that did. They will remain nameless. Here we go. Just gonna drop screws in the holes to hold that down. We know those screws don't go in that way. So. This is coming off in pieces. Probably already knew that. You guys probably already knew this. You probably have done this stuff before. In case you didn't notice, this is my first time ever doing one of these. I think I mentioned that, but you know, hey, tis what it is. Someone's got to do it. And nobody out here volunteering to do it but me, so. Holy heck fire, that thing is just snug on there. I wonder if they're supposed to have some kind of sealant on here. Probably. Or it's just so old that it has permanently bonded itself, which is also a possibility. So I'm going to carefully take my knife and try and scrape this off here without nicking those edges. is sharp and this is aluminum, so I have to be careful. This video brought to you in part by Stephen Hurd, the person who donated this knife to my cause. There, I have sponsors now. If Stephen Hurd was here, this job would probably already be done. He's a far superior mechanic to me. Far superior. Scuba, if you're watching, I hope you're enjoying. Hope you're getting a laugh, buddy. Jet ski going by. Those guys love to go by out here fast and make a mess and make everything bouncy. It's already kind of bouncy, so I'm not gonna yell at the guy now because the wind has it plenty bouncy. Pretty sure that I got to get all this stuff off so the new paper can create a good seal. I don't want gas dripping all the time. This might be a long video, boys and girls. Just telling you. Giving you a heads up. You could come back an hour from now and I might still be scraping. Imagine I could pause it and do a little editing and put this all together on a time lapse. That'd be kind of fun. I'm going to tell you straight up, Captain Jack's not that technically savvy. So therefore, that might never happen. But, just in case it does, you heard it here first. Captain Jack's a dummy when it comes to electronics. Kids already know that, and since they're the primary viewers of these videos, they're probably giggling their asses off right now. Oop. Watch what I say. YouTube doesn't like swearing anymore all of a sudden, apparently. I got a warning for my video where I got distracted because that dolphin jumped out of the water. My outtakes video, I think I dropped the S word. Because it was cool, you know. Anybody that knows me knows that I have a problem. I do swear like a sailor because I am indeed a sailor. So, editing myself here, it's kind of fun. It makes it interesting. Jeremiah's going to really laugh at this. Jeremiah Madal, I know you like to watch these a little bit sometimes. You're probably dying laughing right now watching me do this. I don't want to put scars on this, you know, that's my main thing. I don't want water, gas leaking out. This is for the fuel pump, so if it wasn't working before, if I have air coming in with it, it's not going to work now. So we got to be extra cautious with this. Almost got all the black yuck off of there. You know, I have these, they're plastic picks. I don't know if they'll work for taking this stuff off. Yeah, just as I suspected, they won't. I brought them out here in case I need to use them to pick out the rubber gasket inside the carburetor. It's kind of a round gasket that's inserted down inside. This, you guys know those lithium iron phosphate batteries I put in yesterday? Seem like almost too good to be true. I hope they continue to work like they are right now, because oh wow, they are awesome. I am not having an alcoholic beverage. This is Dr. Pepper with no Captain Morgan in it, unfortunately. Now it's morning time. I guess I probably don't need Captain Morgan first thing in the morning. Alright, grab a rag here. I'm gonna have shop rags right there, but I'm just gonna take and wipe this down. Again, I don't know if this is right, wrong, or otherwise. I'm using acetone to kind of just clean off any residue, because there was a little gunk in there too, so maybe we had some multiple problems with this little pump thing. Maybe it was a little bit plugged up with crud. Well, I replaced all the tiny little hoses in there too, and I couldn't get the same hoses, so they're a little heavier duty. And it's, if I have a problem, that's probably my next place to go. Right back to those old cracked up crappy fuel lines. Okay, what do we got here? Another little tiny speck. Another little tiny speck there. I don't know, whatever that little tiny speck, those little tiny specks are, they're really hard. They don't want to come off. Okay, well, I think we're gonna clean everything out with this. Okay, let's bring this back over here. So this paper goes there. The little thin, crazy thin diaphragm goes there. Oh, don't rip. Oh, no. Wow. That just flat does not like staying put. So we're going to take that, we're going to put the handle of the screwdriver on top of it so it doesn't blow away, since we're going to put this piece on first. I don't know if you guys can hear the seagulls in the back. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind in the back. It's a bit breezy today. It's not really all that bad, just kind of a pain. Okay. I'm not even going to look up. I think a dolphin just jumped over there, but I'm focusing on this. I don't want to look at... Oh, it wasn't a dolphin. It was a pelican. Just dropping right in to see what condition his condition was in. Okay. Front of the carburetor. Oh, screws, you guys stay put. Right. You know what? Well, we got that other rag over here. I'm just gonna I do have some carb cleaner. I kind of try not to use it. The smell of it really gets to me. And I've already carb cleaned this whole thing. Like once. Maybe twice. So. You guys can see it's all shiny and silver. I've literally taken this out and cleaned it up a dozen times. A dozen. It pretty much falls apart in my hands now. It doesn't even argue with me. First time I took it apart, it argued with me quite a bit. Balancing pretty good here. Best time to put on delicate things and screw them together. So we're gonna just finger tight that. Finger tight that. Bounce a little bit. Finger tight that, and then finger tight this one. Okay, and then we're gonna go a little over, a little over, a little over, and a little over finger tight. All right. Pop these screws off the bowl. Again, this is probably going to be a longer one, but that's okay. People who are mechanical junkies will probably get a kick out of it. They'll get a kick out of laughing at me trying to do something that I'm completely unskilled at doing. Okay, so that whole bowl comes off of there. You guys can see down in there was a whole bunch of orange crap in here when I first got it. That, I'm assuming, was rusty water wedged all up in here, and you can see it kind of scored the inside of the, can you see that? Kind of marked up the inside, but that's all tight in there, and I sprayed it with carb cleaner, wiped it out a dozen times, literally a dozen times. Okay, so since I have this new schmoozly boozly thing here, we'll put that in. So we'll take this little black little pick that I got, non-marring. Look at that. See, I've never taken this off before. I might have to go grab that carb cleaner. See if this stuff just wipes out. It looks like I'm gonna be able to get that out, so that's kind of good. Like I said, I really don't care for that smell of the carb cleaner. It's really harsh stuff. Acetone, on the other hand, I like the smell. Yeah, it'll look weird. Who cares? So I wouldn't want to put acetone on the actual rubber seals, but I'll use it to clean up the metal, and it evaporates pretty quickly, so that should be just fine. If not, leave it in the comments below. Say, Jim, you just wrecked your carburetor, possibly your engine. Ah. got used to acetone when I was working with fiberglass. If you guys, any of my Facebook friends saw me rebuilding that canoe that Mark Dahlberg gave me, that sucker had 16 points of fractured fiberglass. It had laid in a ditch for upwards of 20 years. And there we go. Looks fairly well cleaned out to me. We're gonna drop this bad Oscar right into where it belongs. Huh, it's funny, it doesn't sit in there as nicely as the old one did. I suppose the old one's been in there for 28 years. Probably was pressed right into service. Oh, here, there's the problem. I'm upside down. But that sits in there a little better now, and the holes are the right size. Got one big one, one small one. It really helps if you pay attention to your surroundings. My son James has heard me say that a time or four. Okay. When I put that together, I'll have to make sure that's in place. My float assembly. Looks like I have all new screws came with this beast too, with this rebuild kit. That nice little, that's called the needle, I believe. A little crust on it. Imagine that could have been part of the problem. I have a new one of those, so I'm not going to worry about that a whole bunch. Gasket for that. Ooh, pretty. Okay. Now this thing fell off the first time I did this and scared the heck out of me. Then I found out there's only one way it can go back on, and that made it less scary. Alright. Hey, how about that? The new needle is a tiny bit skinnier than the old needle as far as where the springs hook onto it. So I had to put a little bend in those springs. Got them right back on. Perfect. Okay. Oh, look at all of this wonderful stuff. This comes out of here. Is that that? That is not that. Hey, get a little closer, people. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but we just got rock and rolled by a little whatchamahoozy. What you call oh, it came with a new spring. I could put that new spring in there, I imagine. You know what? I'm not going to do that. And I'll tell you why. Because that is so tiny and so delicate, I will break it. I'm about 95% sure of that. Oh, what's this here? Okay. Maybe. Hey, Sissy Ray, could you hand me up a straight slot screwdriver, please?
You're a slut.
I am? Okay. I've been informed by my wife that I'm a slut. It's in my day box. wonder if that's considered a bad word, if I'm going to get another strike. I'm just kind of looking for any other parts that we got new ones of that I can replace. A little cover on the back side here. And that's where this goes, I assume. So it's the exact same size. So I got this. I do not need a hair in my carburetor. Okay. Just cleaning out the little tiny gaps in here. Okay. Now's when everybody's cringing. They're like, Jim, you're gonna screw it up. Jim's like, I know. What else can I do? I gotta get it cleaned out. Terry cloth, my favorite thing. You know why? Because it snags on little pieces of metal and then it stays inside the carburetor and prevents it from functioning properly. No, we hope that's not happening right now. That didn't do a damn thing. Okay. We're going to put that back on there, like so. We're going to put this back in here, like so. I wiped that all out. I don't know if it's right, wrong, or otherwise, but I know they sent new ones. So therefore, I can put the new ones in. Again, leave in the comments below if you guys have noticed anything that I'm obviously screwing up. That way I can go back and look at it and go, oh geez, Jim, you're dumb. Everybody likes to think they're dumb sometimes. This carburetor has made me feel dumb many times. Many times. Okay, that's back in. Oh, I needed that straight slot screwdriver. Did they send me a new one of these thingers? Maybe I don't need a new one of these thingers. Nope. You know, you'd think for 80 bucks you'd get a whole bunch of new parts. I guess I kind of did. Reach down in there. Alright, guys. There's a hole down in there. Set that there. Screwdriver don't fit into there. Oh, well, I don't want to force anything. Well, guys, right in here, there's another thing. I was going to pull it out and clean. Screwdriver's too fat. I do not believe I have a thinner one right now. So does that mean I hope and pray? I think that means I hope and pray. Hey honey, could you hand me up the carb cleaner? It's in the red bag that has my open-end box end wrenches in it. Put the shades up. Last time I sprayed carb cleaner on my shades, they were none too happy. So there's a smaller red bag. It's got the open-end wrenches in it. Is it real heavy? No, not that one. It's that size bag, but it's got the open-end wrenches in it. It should be open. It has a big red and white can in there. It should be open. Doesn't mean it is open. Thank you, dear. Oh, I hate this stuff. Again, you guys, if you see anything I'm doing that's just brutally wrong, leave it in the comments. Okay. Really? We're gonna blow away? No, we're not. All right. Put this back in here. I don't know if you guys can tell by how silver everything is. I have used the carb cleaner on this quite a bit to get everything cleaned out. Matter of fact, I could be the one that wrecked the fuel pump gaskets or diaphragms, because I may have even sprayed carb cleaner right in on those. I don't know if that's bad for them or not, but ever since I did that, I haven't been able to get the thing to even start. So I'm going to assume I did something wrong. Okay. New tan plug here for the rebuild. Boom. We're going to put this down its little hole here. We're going to grab our little pin, which I think I set right here, which I am so not seeing right now. Ah, there it is. There she be. Woo-hoo. Oh, that is bad smell. That is extremely bad smell. It's Thursday, I believe, and it could be that the poop sucker is coming around. And that would be kind of nice, because we need to have our tank cleaned out again. That's not the right screw. I can tell that by how it is. I got extra screws here now, so that has me a little screwed up. Oh, come on, you guys, laugh with me. There we go. That's gonna cover that pain better. Binga binga. Alrighty. Well, I've put in a new gasket. I've put in a new fuel pump. I will put this back together. Double check that seat. Are we in there? We are not in there. Okay, hang on. We gotta get that seat to be sitting. Okay. Alright, party people, and going past us is one of the tour boats that really likes to, when they're coming in more than when they're going out, they really like to rock us. They've put us all the way over on our side so the windows hit the water before by going by so fast To the point where I actually had to call and say, hey, could you please have your guys not buzz the sailboats that are at anchor. And Frank assured me he would do that. So, alright you guys, again, I'm not sure if this is going to work. That wasn't so bad, huh? Awesome. Alright. Tech time with Captain Jack. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a like if you thought you liked the video. Leave me a comment if you got anything to say, like, Jim, you ruined it. You know, spread me around. Anybody you think would enjoy this stuff, let them know. Captain Jack Sailing's fun to watch. Today, not so fun. Rebuilt carburetor. Captain Jack out.